And I thought naively as a Christian that maybe the journey was, before you're a Christian, you're like the younger son, and you get welcomed into the family. And then the challenge that you have after the father welcomes you and he lands on you with kisses and he restores you and he gives you the ring and the cloak and the sandals and tells you that you're his boy and you're his son and he loves you. That after that, the only challenge is not being the older son. No. It's really easy to be both. It's really easy to slip back into your old ways. And it's really easy to get proud and arrogant or just lose sight of the fact you're in the Father's house. It's really easy to be both. And I was looking through, Luke 15, and there are these two sons. Both are acting as orphans. One of them is caught up in his shame and in his regret. He's trying to fix it. He's got this little speech. Has anyone ever done the speech before? Yeah? Anyone, with parents particularly? Yeah? Or school teachers? I've done both many times. And he's got this speech. Lord, don't treat me as a son. I just come back. Just let me in the house. I'll be a hired servant. I'll be like a slave. And then you've got the other son who's bitter and who's got anger, who won't come in for the party. And he is a son, yet he's acting like a hired servant and a slave. And you've got one son who is so caught up with his mess that he wants to be, his solution is to be treated like a hired servant. And you've got another son who's living in his father's house, but is limiting himself to be like a hired servant and a slave. They're both acting like orphans. And yet the Father comes running to them both. I love that the Father goes to them both. Why don't you just turn to the person next to you and say, the Father goes to both. The Father goes out to both. He runs to one, he walks out to another, but he goes to both.